Sagittarius. This is Tracy in Grounded Oracles. Welcome to your timeless general reading. It's been a while since I've done the signs, quite a long time. So back, I'm here, I'm grateful to be here, and so glad that you are tuning in, no matter where you are, no matter where Sag falls in your chart. So let's jump right in. I hope that the eclipse, Virgo full moon, was not too rough on you, and that you are finding liberty in the things that you let go. Right, okay. Okay. All right, now we're going to pull a mandala chakra card that gives us a little bit more insight as to the theme and direction of our reading. Ooh. Okay, I'm getting this one a lot. Passion. Okay, passion. Getting a lot of warmth from this. Warmth as in things heating up, right? Like passionate in nature, like getting to a boiling point. I don't feel like it's there yet, but it is heating up. So there's a new situation or one that's been resurrected that is maybe getting a little bit more intense. I don't want to say volatile. It's not anything to be scared of. It's just warming up. And for some of you, this could be passion in a relationship, someone that you meet and are heavily attracted to. This could be the passion, the fiery, that nature. You are a fire sign. This is very well related to that. I'm also getting the warmth of the sun. So whether or not you are physically cold, you might be moving to somewhere that's warmer. Okay, because we have as our companion main energy card, we have the Eight of Swords. And I see her wrapped in her orange robe, her dress, and seeing her bondages that she has put herself in around it. So I feel like the boiling point has to do with you realizing and understanding that you've put yourself in this position and there's no one else to blame for this, right? Some of you may be sensitive to that, right? No one is saying it's okay that anybody hurt you or harmed you, but in the end, you are accountable for your healing. You're accountable for all your choices. So even that self-imprisonment that you have that in, no matter if you are taking something that someone said to you and letting your mind take over, and you've got yourself in this mental prison, or this is something, some delusion that you have wrapped yourself up in out of hope and fear. But I feel like these, as you come into awareness, Sagittarius, as you're willing to take full responsibility and accountability for you and your choices without blame, without being harsh on yourself, this imprisonment, these binds are just going to fall off. Okay, it's naturally going to fall off. And I think too, as you take baby steps forward with this awareness, it's naturally going to become looser. There's this fear and block, and it is all in the head that you have to stay right where you are, that maybe you are stuck and you have nowhere to go, but that is just an illusion. You have this castle to get up to climb up to, this passion of yours that you want to follow. Yeah, for some of you, this is you've been simmering for a while about some ideas, but been afraid to take action, been afraid to even speak about them, is what I'm getting. You may be afraid that there's someone around you who is going to take your idea, take credit for it. Even that is an exaggeration, I feel. It's a fear you might have. but it is a bit unfounded. So don't be afraid to take some steps. Don't be afraid to interact with those fears as well to help give you a little bit of more insight in your shadow side and how to move forward a little more confidently. In the past, you were hurt greatly, right? You stood up for yourself, you fought your battles, and you're tired. You were tired. This is recently new energy, but some of it is still here. And I think in that tiredness, you may have acted too soon on something because you needed time to let it digest. You needed to let some time to do some healing around that. Okay, and I'm getting to share the bottom of the deck, which is the Four of Swords, rest and recovery. And I recently did a video and someone made a comment that they were sick of the shit that rest was needed because everybody's ascending. And I'm just going to speak to that because everybody's in a different place. You might be far ahead in your awakening journey and ascending, but not everybody is there. Tarot readings are not just for people who've ascended or people who are beginners to this and exploring their spirituality. So we need to leave room for everybody without judgment. Okay. So I feel like this rest and recovery comes from you coming out of really engaging with your ideas and projects and people and being just a little worn out. Everybody needs rest. We are human. We all need rest, and rest can be taken in the physical form, rest from ideas, rest from people. We all need a pause. We're not meant to go, go, go. We're meant to be. And that is a goal for every human being seeking out deeper spirituality. The essence of just being present, doing work that you love, ascending by all means, but doing it again without judgment. And in the near future, we have the Seven of Cups. These are all the options that are going to be coming to you when you can step out of this illusion of what things are expected to look like. You've been hurt before. So to get from here to here to have the choices, you need some rest and recovery time to get out of some of the illusions and almost reset. Sometimes we can be almost have residual parts of old dreams or old ideas that just don't sit with us anymore as we've grown and adapted. And we need room for that to expand. This rest can definitely be coming around that, letting new ideas percolate. And that's where, for me, I'm getting a watch pot doesn't boil. It's an expression in a reading I've done before, a long time ago. But if you're waiting for something to happen, you might need to look at what are you doing in that rest time. And I feel like there's a fear coming in of making the wrong choice. So perhaps in the past, and some of this Eight of Swords is around fear of making a decision, a fear of being led astray again. Yeah, that's really settling. So learning to build another level of trust, because what healing and growth is, it's spiral, right? It's cyclic. Never say that word right. So you might feel like you have ascended, you've gone up, but you will come down and do other layers of evolution, of growth. What's grounding you is the Page of Pentacles, right? Really beautiful grounding energy. And this is taking your ideas and you want to plant them, but I feel like there is an unsettledness in the mind beyond a fear that is just restless and not able to really focus, foggy, like you need clarity. And that's going to come through some self-awareness and rest in knowing that all the things that you want and desire are not out of your reach. It just may unfold differently than you expect. But your willingness to be a teacher in life, a student of life, is very, very genuine, authentic, and gracious for you to be able to grow. And it is this that grounds you and keeps you stable. So pull into that. Pull into your willingness to learn and be willing to be taught. Because this goes right into the higher perspective of the Hierophant, right? Being willing to be taught. And for some people who have stepped away from traditional teachings because things are outdated, there are still pieces of old wisdom that are vital and that can be carried out through these new times, through new generations. So the whole thing is not dead. Hierarchies and systems can be crumbling, but there are certain pieces within that that can be preserved, that is a must to help balance. And some of you are the student so that you become the teacher down the road. Some of you have some big dreams and goals that you want to achieve, and you don't know where to start. Look to your higher self for guidance, your inner self, not the external world, your inner self. You have the answers. And I think you know that you've been needing a pause. If that's what you prefer to call it, it's pause. To regather and make a new plan, to draw a new map. Okay, let's see what advice Spirit has for us, for our Sag friend on this point in their journey. What advice? Okay, I felt like this top card. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands, right? I don't think this pause is going to be very long. There's going to be pieces of news and inklings that's going to come in that you're going to piece together like a puzzle almost. And I think that's a challenge for you, a good challenge, something you enjoy. Putting the pieces together so you could make the best choice. Leaning in on your own design for making choices, not somebody else's. Fiery, beautiful start. I see little arrows or darts of inspiration coming to you, right? All things that might be rooted in the things you love, but you need to start somewhere. What else does our Sag friend need to know about their journey, about this unfolding? We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah. Really reflect and appreciate the things about yourself, because you are honest and truthful. And I feel like you advocate for yourself. You use your voice for good. This is about going in a little deeper for the inner truth on what it is that you want, letting the illusions and delusions kind of float away. And some of that is wrapped up in this, letting it go. Because then I'm seeing the Eight of Cups in my mind. And to me, then we've got 888, right? Infinity loop. Ever flow of love, the cycles of life. All right, one last card for one last piece of advice or guidance for our Sag friend. And we have the Star card here of this beautiful healing energy. Some of what you want to do is in the spotlight. Some of it has a public part to it, a community part to it, no matter how small or how big. And it's going to help you feel like you can share your light, your hope, your love. Because it is a beautiful story that you have, a beautiful dream that you have, and a beautiful path that you have. Maybe stop denying parts of it, especially the tough parts. Allow them to mold you, shape you, and ground you, beloved. That is it for your read, Sag. I hope you found something inspiring here for you. I love to cheer you on. If you feel so inclined, hit that like, subscribe, come back for more. Hope you have a truly blessed few weeks, and stay grounded.